everyone. Okay, so today's video is going to be me going through my primers, setting sprays, which I kind of just included as primers, powders, and highlighters. And I'm trying to make these videos not like super long, so I'm trying to like condense them as much as possible, but it's just not happening. So before it gets too long, let's just get right into this video. I included primers in this, setting sprays in this just because I'm really not going to get rid of any of these. This Scandinavia Bridal Finishing Spray I just got actually, so I haven't even tested them out yet, so I'm not going to get rid of that. And it also came with these two oil control primers. This one is an oil control primer spray, and then this one is the oil control finishing spray, so I'm definitely not getting rid of those. And then these two are my NYX finishing sprays, or the Finny sprays. I have it in the dewy finish, and then I also have it in the matte finish, as you can tell, or not tell, but I got the matte finish for a reason. I was very oily, and that doesn't work for me anymore, but I do like using this, so I'm going to keep this until my skin goes back to normal. And then this is the dewy finish. I actually got this for a bride that I was doing her makeup last summer. So this is the reason I got this. It was pretty good, and since I have some super dry skin right now, I'm going to give this a try, so I'm not getting rid of this either. I have my Makeup Forever Step 1 primers. These I just got, so I am not getting rid of these. I have the Redness Correcting Primer and the Hydrating Primer, so these are staying. I'll just put these here for now to get them out of the way. I have a little sample of the, what is this? This is the Too Faced Hangover RX, I believe. So I'm keeping this just because it's a sample and I just got it. So I'm going to test that out. Let's see, right here I have my L'Oreal Revitalift Miracle Blur. This is the Instant Skin Smoother, oil-free. I have like barely any of this left. So I'm just really trying to use this up because I've had this for about a year now. And I don't want to toss it. This was kind of pricey for the drugstore, and I only have a tiny bit left, so I'm keeping that. Here I have this Smashbox Photo Finish More Than a Primer Blemish Control Primer, and I'm actually going to I'm actually going to give this up. This is fairly new. I barely even used it. I got this last year, but when I did use it, I felt like it was just breaking me up more, and it could be because it has salicylic acid in it, and especially now, salicylic acid is very drying, and if you don't have like a crazy amount of breakouts, this is probably not the best thing for you. So I am not going to keep this. I'm going to pass this on. Okay, so here I have my MAC Prep and Prime Skin Refine Zone. I got this last year in New York when I went to the MAC store in New York. And yes, I loved this for the summertime. It really helped keep my T-zone matte. Right now I'm not having that issue, but I'm not going to give this up because it's still good for another year, and I know my skin is going to pretty much go back to normal. It might even go back to normal or get oily again once I go down to Florida, because it is a different climate down there, so I'm just going to hold on to that. I have this Bodyography Veil Foundation Primer. I got this as a Ipsy bonus, I think. It was like using my points or something. This is supposedly a very expensive foundation, not foundation. This is supposedly a very expensive primer, and I haven't actually tested it out that often since I bought it, or since I got it. I did get it this year, so I'm going to hold on to this because I still need to test it out. This next one is the Maybelline Baby Skin Pore Instant Pore Eraser. I got this and I wasn't the biggest fan of this, to be honest. I don't think it performed any better than like the Smashbox one, and I'm not a fan of the Smashbox one too much, and plus I have so many primers that are similar to it, so I'm just going to give this up because that's just going to stay in my box. I have two Smashbox Photo Finish primers. I'm not a fan of these, so I'm actually just going to pass these on because I do have more primers that I'm trying out, so I don't need too many. I have my Clinique Super Primer. This is the Universal Face Primer. I just got this with a Sephora purchase, so I'm going to keep this. I'm still testing it out. So far, so good. This is the Shiseido Refining Makeup Primer. This is just a makeup primer. I don't know how, I think I've had this for at least a year now. Not a huge fan of it. Doesn't really do much for my skin, so I'm going to pass that on. Here I have the Tarte Clean Slate Poreless 12-Hour Perfecting Primer. I've had this for quite a long time. This is time to toss because it's been more than 12 months, and there's still a little bit in here, but not a whole lot. It just wasn't my best primer ever. I have a mini sample of the Benefit Professional. I like this. It's not too bad. I don't have a whole lot of pores I'm trying to minimize right now, but I do like this, so I'm going to keep this. And then here is another little mini sample. This is of the Jouer Anti-Aging Moisture Primer. I got this with my Matte Moisture tint, and it's such a small primer. I think I only have like 2 uses left, so I'm going to keep that. Now I'm going to move back here. I have my powders, so we'll start with powders. This is my NYC Smooth Skin Pressed Face Powder, and this is just in translucent. This is, whoa, don't look at me. This is what it looks like. This is like my second one already, and I'm already about to hit pan. I love this. This is like my go-to pressed face powder. I use this in tutorials actually just because I like using the mirror, but I like taking this with me when I travel as well. I have the NYX HD finishing powder. This is in the banana shade, so it's just a little bit tinted yellow. It's not a whole lot tinted yellow. I haven't really tested this out much because I just bought it, so I'm going to keep this. I have the Revlon Color Stay pressed powder foundation. No, this is just the pressed powder. This is in translucent. I've had this for quite a while. I used to use this all the time, but it's not my favorite, so I am going to pass this on and see if someone else wants it. If not, I'm going to toss it because it's just sitting there now. Here I have my Rimmel Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder in the shade Translucent as well. Can you tell that most of these are translucent? I definitely hit pan on this. I used to love this. This used to be my go-to before my NYC one took over for the drugstore. So yeah, I really love it, but this one is very old and I hit pan a long time ago. So I'm either going to disinfect this and pass this on or just toss it. I have this e.l.f. HD Under Eye Setting Powder. I just got this not too long ago in a haul, which I'll link down below if you want. So yes, so far so good on this. I'm going to keep this because I just bought it. I also have this little mini of the Laura Mercier. This is the Universal Invisible Loose Setting Powder. I also like this, so I will be keeping this. I have the Bare Minerals Redness Remedy. I believe one of my friends gave this to me a while ago, probably last year. I don't know how long she had it. It's only good for about a year anyways, but this is just like a yellow tinted, I don't even know. It's a really weird powder. I did not find this to be helpful or useful at all, so I'm going to go ahead and toss this because I know it's been more than a year since she gave it to me, and I don't know how long she had it either. Here I have my NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder. So I have the pressed version and then the loose version. Pressed version is my all-time go-to favorite. It's not messy or anything like that. Hopefully it's not too dark because the clouds keep going in and out. This is the loose one. I just got this not too long ago. I've been testing this out and I really, really love this, but this is something that I can only use when I'm at home because this is so messy. If I try and open this right now, yeah, very messy. I took the sifter off, but that's how I like it. I only use this when I'm at home because it's too messy, and then when I'm traveling I use this. So I love this. And then my last powder is actually this Makeup Forever HD High Definition Powder. I love this thing. This is like my go-to, or this was my go-to loose powder before I got this NYC one. This one is high-end, obviously. It's like the mini version. This is just a translucent setting powder, very finely milled, and still has some life on it, so I'm going to keep this around. Back here, last but not least, I have some highlighters. This is not my usual setup. Normally my highlighters and powders are with my blushes and bronzers, but I figured this would be easier to work with. So starting back here, this is my newest highlighter. So this is not going anywhere. I'm going to tell you that right now. I just hauled this in a video and it's beautiful. This is the Wet n Wild Fergie Shimmer Palette in Hollywood Boulevard. It is gorgeous. It is such a pretty, like, golden highlight. I don't know if you can see that. It is gorgeous, like insanely gorgeous. So I'm going to keep that definitely. That's like not even a question. I have a palette in here. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting. Oh, hello. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette. I just got this for Christmas, so I will be keeping this because it's muy expensive. But it just has 3 highlighting palettes. There's dim light, incandescent light, and radiant light. Really, really beautiful. Very, very finely milled as well, and just gorgeous. Absolutely love these highlighters, so I'm keeping that. This is the Essence Beauty Beats Shimmer Powder. I got this last year sometime. They had like a Justin Bieber, maybe it was 2 years ago. I can't even remember. But they had like a Justin Bieber, I guess, collection out, and this is in the shade Swag. So you can just tell. It's really nice, but it has some chunky glitters in it, and it's just not something that I want to be putting on my face now that I have all these other beautiful colors, and it doesn't really go on evenly either. So I'm going to pass this on. Here I have a ColourPop highlighter. Love ColourPop. They are coming out with their highlighters soon, or probably by the time that this video comes up, they already have highlighters out. This came in a limited edition spring set, which is why I have one, and it doesn't even, I don't even think this color is coming out in the normal highlighters that are coming out. Let me move this over. But this is in the shade Double Dip, and I love it, so I'm keeping it. I just want to show you guys real quick. It's beautiful for every day. There it goes right there. It's like peach, sort of like peach toned, but it's just so pretty. It gives such a nice, fresh, dewy look to the skin without like being intensely crazy. So I really love that. Next in here is this e.l.f. Baked Highlighter. This is in the shade Blush Gems. I got this a long time ago, probably like 2 years ago, so I don't even know. I mean, powders are very easy to disinfect and whatnot, but this is just not working for me. It's so hard. I don't like the texture and consistency of it. There it goes right there. It's pretty, but it doesn't come off like that using a brush. It's just not my favorite highlighter, so I'm going to go ahead and pass this on. It was super inexpensive anyways. I have a mini version of the Vintage by Jessica Lieberskin. I don't know if I said that right. This is in the shade Crystal Pink. Yeah, so it's a highlighter I got in my Ipsy bag. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful pink shade, and I became immediately obsessed with it once I found it in my Ipsy bag, so keeping this. I have a little mini version of the Cindy Luminizer. This I also got in either a Birchbox or a Ipsy box. I think it was a Birchbox. And this is just the Cindy one, which is like the peach toned one, I think, because that's what it's coming off as. There it goes right there. Beautiful. I've always wanted to try out the Balm highlighters, so I'm keeping this because it's a really, really nice, decent sample size. I have this Jelly Pong Pong Glow Getter Luminizing Gel. I got this in Birchbox, I believe. I don't know what shade this is in. This might be the only thing, but it kind of looks like a nail polish. It's one of those things that you dab and then you like blend out. Normally I don't like stuff like that, but this one actually blends out really nicely, so I'm going to keep this. I have two Stila, what are these? These are the All Over Shimmer Liquid Luminizers in the shade Rose Gold Shimmer and Bronze Shimmer. I'm going to go ahead and pass these on. I actually got these in a blog swap or like a blog sale or something like that, so I got these used already, and I have no use for this just because I don't have a use for this type of highlighter. Besides this one, it's just really not going to happen. I've had this ever since I bought it, and it's just not going anywhere, so I'm going to toss that. And then my last highlighter is this What's Up from Benefit. This is just a little mini highlighter, but I mean, look at that. That is a really good, decent sample size. This is, let's go up here. This is what it looks like up here. Really, really beautiful, like champagne-y, I don't even know, highlighter, so I'm going to keep this. So this is everything that I decided to keep. I think I did a pretty good job. I'm going to be saying that every video, but I really do think I did a good job on getting rid of stuff that I'm just not using. And then this up here is actually everything that I decided I'm going to either toss or pass on. So back here are all my primers that I'm going to pass on. Over here are my highlighters that I'm going to pass on. And then over here are my powders that I'm either going to pass on or toss. All in all, I think I did pretty well considering that, you know, it's makeup that I'm getting rid of here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like decluttering videos, I will have a playlist for all my decluttering videos linked down below so that you guys can check it out. By the time that this series ends, I'm going to have about 10 videos on there, so hopefully you guys stick around until the series ends. Give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Follow all my social medias, and I believe that's it. So I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.